Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer and welcome diddly back to Corpse Factory. Now last we left off, I believe we just started our corpse business because that was a great idea, right? Yeah, everyone wants to start a corpse business, dressing up corpses and picturesquing them around the world. And mysteriously everyone here has disappeared from the main menus, so I'm concerned, very, very concerned. Other than that, I found out that we're actually halfway through the game, which is awesome, which is really, really cool. We're halfway through the game. Woo, high fives all around. Tap, 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 tap. High five, high five, high five. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. But anyways, welcome back to Corpse Party. Let's find out what's going to happen next. I believe we found out that Noriko's sister was put into the website. And there were so many reveals and cool things that happened in the last episode. I recommend watching the other episodes. It was really cool. And if you're as hyped as I am to find out what's going to happen, smash that subscribe. And yeah, okay, cool. I stare intently at the picture of my older sister. Yuriko Kurosawa. 28 years old, senior high school dropout, currently on parole after a short second stint in prison. Wait, did we not finish this part? Oh, we did. Okay, there we go. And here I thought I was going crazy. Oh no. A quiet morning at the library is what I need to escape from the chaotic whirlwind that I've been trapped in for the last few days or weeks. The place is silent as usual. There aren't as many people around. I manage to find a seat in my favorite reading nook, and I leave my belongings in a chair to save my spot while I browse for a book to read. I can't bring myself to continue reading Strange Flower right now. Reading a book about corpses while trying to take a moment away from my own life is just not going to work for me. I scan the bookshelves and look for something light to read. Am I in the mood for a comedy? Probably not. A fantasy adventure? Maybe, though that's never really been my thing. Play D&D! D&D library, here we go, woo! Biographies are out of the question. So are history books. I can pretty much dismiss any nonfiction straight away. I'm just not in the mood. Yeah, same. My mom tried to get me into nonfiction, because she didn't like the fact that I was reading a lot of fiction, and I basically only read fiction. And I could never get into it. I found it very dry. The only nonfiction, well, okay, I've read plays and stuff, but that's technically fiction. But I've read one biography. I think it was of Roald Dahl. It was so boring. It was so boring. Or was it an autobiography? I'm not sure. I think it was either a biography or an autobiography. It took me like years to understand the difference between them, and now I do, and I don't know why I remember that, but hey, that's knowledge for you. So what should I read? I thumbed through a couple of trashy romance light novels. The covers look appealing, with attractive characters smiling and holding each other and falling in love. Not enough fire and carnage! We need more carnage! But the content within each one is utter crap. A housewife looks for love after her husband vanishes. A vampire lord seeks his vampire queen. A college student falls in love with his professor, only to find she's his long-lost sister. Okay. Well, I know which one I want. God, that's funny. It's all drivel. I could write better stories than these, then write better stories and make money off that instead of corpse girl business. But maybe everyone thinks that way. I suppose they do. This is true. Defeated, I put all the books back on the shelf and return to the chair I saved. I take a seat and simply browse through my noise feed on my phone. A few photos from acquaintances, comments on the weather, a short essay on human rights, even a poem written in poor broken English. Trash. All of it. Hey, that's not fair. I think. I should love this inside look at other people's lives. I lived it. I thrived for it. I used to be aroused by the smallest glimpse inside someone else's life. I couldn't go more than a few hours without browsing noise. But now, something is different. Something inside me has changed. Yeah, maybe when you fell really hard after smelling a corpse, you know. Yeah, a lot changes when you smell a corpse, you know, your whole life changes. I want to say that I've recently become cynical, jaded, but that wouldn't be accurate. I've been this way for as long as I can remember. The appeal for voyeurism just isn't there anymore. My growing ability to manipulate the lives and deaths of others has ruined any pleasure I once gleaned from simply spying on them. I need more people to die. Maybe then I'll find satisfaction. Ecstasy. Release. I lean back in my chair and fold my arms across my chest. My foot taps against the carpeted floor impatiently. I won't find comfort in this library. I won't find relaxation. I'll only find whatever elusive feeling I'm looking for once Corpse Girl's work is complete. I can't rest yet. Not now that things are beginning to escalate. So, okay, I'm going to assume that maybe like in the future she gets so desperate for that ecstatic release that she jumps the gun and goes to one of the sites and she gets caught that way. So something like that. That sounds like Noriko, if I've ever heard that. I am sorry, I have no clue what I'm saying or doing at this point. I could be orchestrating the deaths of 3 people right now. The 2 women that had their deaths requested at the same time as Emmy, and my very own sister, Yuriko. People are counting on me. People are counting on Corpse Girl to deliver her judgment. I hoist the strap of my handbag over my shoulder and stand up. It's time for Corpse Girl to usher in a new era of human suffering. Well, that's one way to look at that, sure. And the other way is to maybe just, not. Just don't do it. Oh.
A bizarre string of similar deaths in Tokyo over the weekend have left police and detectives completely baffled.
Again, you left the corpse in the place, so that means the police can find you, right? Because the corpses are tagged to certain locations of or morgues, so you know. Yeah.
We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events.
Ooh.
According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. 2 other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night. Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
No.
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases.
I forgot he sounds like he can't talk.
Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found.
Ooh. Ooh. So they did make other corpses look like them. Okay.
This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all 3 women.
But can't you just trace the corpse back to where it came from? Because I'm sure the corpse would be ID'd. Like if you get like a DNA sample or something, you could ID it back to what morgue it was there. I'm helping you out, Fujikawa. Ah.
Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated.
No, you don't know that.
In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously.
That is an interesting theory for Noriko, because she does want to be recognized for the work that she's done, or rather, she wants Corpse Girl to be recognized for the work that she's done. So maybe, in a way, Noriko does want to be caught. Who knows?
It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained.
Exactly. Did no one think of this?
We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
Yeah, it's about time.
Okay, this is...
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
On fire.
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro.
Yes,
So,
tell that so everyone can hear
thanks.
it.
I know those corpse deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
That's concerning.
I've still got 1 victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
So? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emmy chick.
This is a little different. It's my sister.
Yo, hold up. You've got a sister?
Forget everything you've heard in the last 30 minutes, and don't ask why I'm holding up a bat and I'm gonna hit you in the face. Don't worry about it at all. Completely don't worry about it.
Yuriko. She's older than me.
Shit. And like, someone requested her death through Corpse Girl's website?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
Jeez. What are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway.
But we know because we played the prologue. Yeah. Ooh.
Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
That detective guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
How did you not put, I thought she mentioned that Shinya's dad was a detective at some point, Noriko. I thought she did. Huh?
Yep.
I don't know.
Friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
Oh.
Wow. You know, I met him once before.
Yes, you did.
You did?
Yeah.
He
Awkwardly.
certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Alright. As long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next move?
I completely spaced out there. What the heck? Wow, okay.
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer. But as soon as more requests come through the website, I'm going to fulfill them. I don't have the luxury of time. I can't just lay low, like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind. Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
And what happens when the police finally find out that it's linked to Corpse Girl and they see the request? Oh no, wait, they can't see they cannot see the request. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Huh.
just let me know when you need me.
Okay.
Thanks. I will.
But they can easily put up with like a sting operation where they can request like a police officer death and use him as bait. So, you know. Am I the only one seeing the holes in this whole endeavor? Am I the only dumb person here?
Well, back to work or whatever.
Yeah. I turn back to my computer after Tomoe leaves. 3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is at the top of her game. It was a bit of hard work, but in the end I managed to pull through. Thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after running home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran reverse image search on the photos of those 2 women that were submitted to Corpse Girl's website. It was pretty easy to locate their noise profiles thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we were all shared to 2 mutual friends on Noise, Emi Katsuno and Yuriko Kurosawa. A bit of dragging through their profiles revealed that their names are to be Fuyumi Amano and Manami Sachiko. They both worked at the same store as Emi, and my sister. Okay, that's not good. I mean, that is good, but not good at the same time, right? It struck to me that all these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter so much. Tracking down Amano and Sachiko's address wasn't as difficult as I'd feared. I contacted Tomoe and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there to see if she could access the employee records. Apparently, the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and out in 3 minutes flat. Why? Holy crap. Tomoe is MVP. Tomoe is Corpse Girl at this point. She said that none of the staff even batted an eyelid when she walked in, and she simply strode into the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet, and snapped a photo of the employee. This all seems very, very convenient for the story. But holy crap, Tomoe! Oh man, Tomoe is freaking, I don't know, Lord Corpse Girl? Sure, Lord Corpse Girl. With that information at our disposal, nothing stood in our way of delivering lookalike corpses to their homes. A few hours shared between the morgue and the factory, and it was done. Both Amano and Sachiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far, the kill rate of delivering a photo and then a corpse is 100%. I can only imagine what the thoughts must go through someone's mind when they are faced with their own corpse. We found it in the prologue. Cough, 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 cough. The looming dread, hopelessness, and fear of inevitability have proven to be so overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Corpse Girl's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. I only ever invented that theory due to the strange circumstances in which Rudy Hatano died. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in an uncanny similar. Wait, 1 second. Because of the development of possibly corpse collections being wondered. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure, but also, how would Ruri Hatano put herself on like a scarecrow thing? That would be very difficult to do, right? So, after all, she was hung from a scarecrow. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, because she was the only person who was hung from a scarecrow. I'm sorry, I'm a bit all over the place today. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made me truly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have clearly been suicides, or in the case of Eiichi Hanada, coincidental accidents that we know of. There could be more. You never know. You never know what demonic beings lurk out there wanting to follow Corpse Girl's website, you know? So, yeah. Uh-huh. Kodome Ida's death was an outlier since she was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% certain that Corpse Girl's powers lies in the ability to convince victims to end their own lives. There's no third-party murderer acting on her behalf. But you know, the intro does show someone in a mask killing people. That could either be a Corpse Girl fanatic, or that could be actually Noriko herself. Probably Noriko herself. We'll see. And I have seen some screenshots of the game while, you know, making thumbnails and stuff, and I know what's about to happen in the story, which I don't know if I regret that, but yeah. It's not witchcraft or sorcery or some holy power bestowed upon me from on high. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing, right? I don't trust you. The power Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver look-alike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as the knife twisting in a victim's side. It's enough to compel those weak of heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I am happy. I am happy that I can be the instrument of that delivers Corpse Girl's justice, regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long as victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Corpse Girl's ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. My English, my understanding of words has decreased so much. Oh, this looks pleasant. It's as if it's almost like the base of operations for Corpse Girl. No, wait, that's the factory. Never mind. There are no new requests when I log into Corpse Girl's website this evening. Sad. I'm strangely okay with that. Okay, that's good, right? There's nothing I want to do before more requests come through anyway. Yeah, that's a good thing. Ha 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 ha. I don't know why I'm ha-haing so much, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to make some updates to the website, a few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Corpse Girl, Kojiro, and Tomoe. You know, just saying. If you are so good at website development or web development, you could basically get a job in that and be very, very, popular and, yeah, okay, sure. I guess killing people with the power of psychology and corpses is just as great. In the website's admin settings, I add a couple of extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for a photo and a phone number, the website now requires a victim's address to be provided. This will ensure that we can successfully deliver a corpse for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. I've always been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never wanted to know the names of the people Corpse Girl will kill. It instantly it creates familiarity, and I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with a request. That is true, actually. There have been associations with familiarizing with certain things, and that'll make you want to hurt it less. There was this experiment carried out with, I think, nanobots or something like that, and some people were requested to just break a nanobot, and they were okay with that. And and I think the same people were requested with other nanobots to name them. And when they named them, they found it very difficult to kill them just because they had an association with that. And the same thing applies to, of course, real people, pets, stuff like that, which is very interesting. Just the act of naming something can make something more valuable or more connective or more bonding. And this is, and interestingly, this is a very cool thing that's done in Reincarnation of a Slime, the anime, where naming things has power and makes them stronger, and it also creates a bond between them and the namer. And I just realized this literally just now. That's a very cool detail in the anime. That's pretty cool. But more than all of that, I feared that I would delve too deep into somebody's life. I feared that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside and looking in. Knowing someone's name would have allowed me to easily find victims online and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. That too, I would probably do that if I was in a situation. Not that I'm in the situation currently. Not that you know of. Cough, cough. My voyeuristic fetishes that would have defeated me. I know myself, and I know that I would have become far too interested in a person to carry out. So what she said at the beginning of this episode was a setup for this. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, that's pretty cool. I gotta say. I mean, for starting out this episode from there, that's pretty cool to start off from right there. Yeah, no, that's pretty neat. Neato. It's the same reason why I never reverse image searched a victim's photo before yesterday. But now you gotta do it out of necessity. How sad, am I right? Now that things are escalating, now that Corpse Girl needs a victim's address to ensure a kill, I have to get past all that. I have to be strong for Corpse Girl. I'm somewhat relieved that the timing is suitable. After all, I haven't been as aroused as usual when stalking people online. I don't know if my libido is just low or if I just truly have become uninterested in such things. Or probably what's it called? You're more tolerant to this because you've been through all of this a lot. Yeah. It's like drugs, It's like, I mean, your body is composed of drugs, so maybe you're just getting too much serotonin, and now you're used to that amount of serotonin, and you need more than that to actually feel something. So yeah. Either way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge, learning victims' names, address, all of that. It's gonna work in Corpse Girl's favor. Is this foreshadowing? It feels like foreshadowing. Ooh. And I'm surely strong enough now to not give in to temptation and succumb to the scopophilia. What scopophilia? I need to know. I'm very curious. Before I look it up, I suspect that my throat is dying. Help. Oh god. I suspect this means... So scopophilia, scope means to scope out or look for something. So I expect this to be some sort of thing for someone who's very, very into looking up or knowing other people's lives. Okay, looking it up. Scopophilia, sexual pleasure derived chiefly from watching others when they're naked or engaged in sexual activities. Voyeurism. Okay, that answers that. Oh well, that answers that. Okay, here we go. After adding the victim's name and address fields to the website, I decided to add one final touch. There's a particular line of text that describes how this site works. I've always liked it. It says, "Your victims will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die." It's concise, and it perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated and to correctly apply to Corpse Girls' new modus operandi. This is a terrible thing. I'm just saying, if the police associate this with everything, then they will know what's happening. Just saying. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. It now reads, "Your victim will receive their own corpse shortly before they die." Some people might think it doesn't make sense. They'll think that maybe it's a typo or written by someone not familiar with the language. But it is completely intentional. Now that I've made all the changes to the website, I click the Save button on the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the website. Corpse Girl's new and improved request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in. Or get caught. Or put your hands in the air and, you know, get caught. Yeehaw. That's not a very cool thing to get caught right now, so don't do that, maybe. I don't know what I'm saying at this point anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just very, very concerned. I'm just very, very, very concerned. Yeah, that's basically it. Super concerned. And it shouldn't take long once I put my plan next into motion. Into motion. Into the motion. I don't know why I'm repeating the same word over and over, but I am. Ha ha ha. Yeehaw. Because I finally figured out how my sister can be of use to me after all these. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, I am now curious. She's gonna help me become famous. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Oh no, this is not gonna end well, is it? This is not gonna end well. I can just feel it. It's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well, and things are gonna be very bad and not cool, and there's gonna be a lot of concern happening. Yuriko Kurosawa's death will ensure that everyone in Japan knows the name Corpse Girl. How? She's not famous or anything like that, right? So how? Intriguing. Okay, let's find out, shall we? I'm sorry, I'm a bit draggy today. I'm just sort of, I'm a bit out of it. Sorry. For the first time in a while, my fingers scrape against the bottom of the cabinet drawer. Bottom of the cabinet? What cabinet?
Oh, shit.
Oh. I fumble around and grab the last remaining burner phone in the drawer. It's a fairly modern handset from around 3 years ago. The newest models never retain their battery charge for more than a month or so when they've been inactive. Thankfully, it uses a generic charger, so I quickly plug it into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return to life. It's alive! Ooh. Sure. I glance back down at the open drawer. It's completely empty now. I'm going to need to restock my supply of burners if I hope to continue with Corpse Girls' work. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe not. I nervously bite my fingernails at the thought. Oh boy. Oh boy. Getting these phones aren't easy. It's free, yes, but not easy. Wait, it's free to get the phone. Oh, she gets them from other people who throw them away, probably. And if I get busted trying to lift a stack of them, that might be. Oh, okay. I thought she was some sort of genius getting, I don't know, some phones from somewhere, from like the black market. But nope, she literally just lifts them up from somewhere. Well, okay. That's one way to do it, I suppose. I'll have to obtain as many new phones as possible at some point today. Once Corpse Girl kills my sister, my website is going to explode with new requests. Why is your sister so... Why is your sister so... famous? Why would she be so famous? I need to be as prepared as possible. Okay. I decide to finish getting ready for the work while the burner charges. As much as I'd like to simply skip out and deal with my sister, I do need to pop into the office. Missing too many days is going to lead to getting fired, and that might compromise my mission. I take my medication, I apply makeup, I pack my handbag. It's all so mundane, but it's also necessary. Each day is the same routine. There's comfort to be found in that, especially for someone like me. Yeah, no, a lot of people find comfort in mundane things like this. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Sometimes I remember the excitement of finding myself in new situations, even if those situations end up with me lying on a muck of a bathroom floor or the stone cold tiles of a morgue. When I'm ready to leave the apartment, I snatch the burner phone and check the battery. It's at around 40%. That should be plenty. Yeah, plenty enough to become famous, am I right? Ha ha ha. I don't know why or how she's going to become famous, but I'm just very concerned. Very, very concerned. Oh, man. I stash it in my handbag, and so it's ready for action when the time comes. Oh, God, I don't want to know. I guess. I don't know. Please help. I'm at the door at the same time as every other day. Okay. I find myself alone in the office well after the working day has ended. The entire floor is empty and silent. I shut down my computer and stretch my tense arms. I don't normally like staying back late, but sometimes it's necessary to get work done. And when I say work, I am of course referring to Corpse Girls' tasks. When I'm absolutely certain that everyone has gone home, I get out of my chair and wander listlessly around the office. It's kind of nice having the place to myself. It's like my apartment, but only bigger and colder, and without the terrible odor of mold that permeates the walls. I notice that quite a few people tend to leave their belongings at their desks. Nothing too valuable. The occasional coat, hat, or pair of headphones. Should somebody of low moral character wish to steal them, there would be nothing stopping them. Yeah, it's almost as if someone's not stealing them right now. I'm personally not interested in any of that. I walk to the other side of the office floor and reach the seniors' cubicle. Even the seniors leave important things lying around. There's a gift bag with a cake shop logo in front, a company credit card, a few personal bank statements, but the contents of their desk drawers are what the real gold is found. As I rifle through one of the drawers in particular, I find exactly what I'm looking for. It's an old Noise brand phone, a few models earlier than my own. Imagine Instagram having their own phone. That would be so concerning and so hilarious. I mean, okay, I guess it would be the Facebook phone because, the Meta phone, so... It slips into my handbag right alongside the burner phone I brought from home. I closed it. How has no one caught her yet? Like, seriously, how has literally no one caught her? Like, I'm sure people would notice their phones missing, right? Or is that just me? Write in the comments below, do you guys miss your phones when you leave them somewhere? Or do you just never think about them ever again? I mean, hey, sometimes you just gotta forget about phones, you know? Sometimes it just be like that. There, the top drawer contains a flip phone. A familiar classic, it'll serve me well into the handbag. It goes. Okay, that's again not concerning in any way at all. Why would that be concerning? Yeah. Hardy har har. Hardy diggity hard har har. One of the main problems I have with this company, with my company, in fact, is the wasteful attitude of management. Executives, seniors, and even some junior staff are provided with company phones. Basically, if you're expected to make calls on the job, the company will issue a phone so that you don't have to use your own. Yeah, I'm sure the company would notice like a loss on that, right? If people are requesting phones back a lot, then I would assume the company would be very concerned and, investigate that a little bit, but I guess not. Who knows? However, with the rapid evolution of modern technology, phones often find themselves replaced or upgraded well before they cease functioning, and management doesn't care about recycling or repurposing unused, obsolete phones. I mean, goddamn, that's one cool management if they're just allowing old phones to be left alone, because I think phones are pretty expensive, like in giving them to most employees. So you're working at a very big company. Oh, you're working at like a bank, right? Okay, so yeah, okay, fair enough, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. The devices simply drift to the bottom of the drawers or storage cabinets, destined to become forgotten within moments. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Every world has, like, every story world has their own little thing, and I know I'm a bit too picky on things like this. That's just for, sounding like that. But every story world has its own little setting and ways of it how happening. And I guess it's just that way of doing it. That's totally okay. I'm sorry for becoming too cynical at times. I'm only taking what the company is likely to write off as business expenses. And this is a multi-billion yen company. Are they really going to miss the odd outdated device? I justified this to myself a long time ago. I'm ensuring these phones are used for a bigger purpose, and there's nothing bigger than the fulfilling Corpse Girls' ambitions. Into yourself too much? As I swipe the fourth or fifth phone, I hear the ding of the elevator come across the office floor.
Shit.
Hide, duck, duck, tuck, and roll. Someone's here. I need to get away from the cubicles without being seen.
Noriko, is that you?
No, this is Lorico. Yeah. I must have ducked down a second too late because the voice identified me correctly. That's Shinya, right? I scuttled forward on my knees just a little bit that I'm not so close to these cubicles. My throat is dying. Please help. When I get to my feet, I'm halfway between the senior employee area and the juniors' open plan desks.
Shinya?
Shinya walks over from the elevator to greet me.
Hi. You're here awfully late.
No, you.
What were you doing over there? That is, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, you know, I'm just collecting phones so I can take over the world with the power of corpses. You know, everyone does that.
Oh. I lent my USB drive to one of the seniors earlier and they didn't return it, so.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Nope. Oh well. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I could help you look if you like.
No.
Seriously, it's okay. I'm about to head home anyway. What are you doing here?
I left my wallet at my desk. Can you believe it?
Yes, you just told me. You're not as big brain as me. You're not as big bazonga brain as me, who just takes your wallet everywhere. Ha ha ha.
Luckily, I remembered before I took Tomoe out for dinner.
Oh.
I would have appeared to be quite the buffoon if I'd been unable to pay for our meal.
I'm sure she could pay for her own meal as well, or your dad if he came by.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, how are things anyway?
Things with Tomoe are great. We are truly in love.
If anyone says that, they are not in love. We are truly in love. Okay, for someone who has no love, I don't know if that's true. So, you know, yeah.
Well, okay, not exactly what I meant, but how are things here? I mean, what happened with Kotomi and...
That whole kerfuffle.
Yeah, a kerfuffle. That.
Can you believe Miss Ida is dead now?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Is it wrong of me to say that I'm happy she's dead?
Maybe. How do you feel about that?
Is that an awful thing to admit?
Maybe. How do you feel? I gently shake my head and I don't interrupt his train of thought.
It's so bizarre. Especially considering our relationship and how determined she was to end my career.
Yes. I'm spacing out again. I'm so sorry. It bothers me that Shinya is still referring to the conflict between himself and Kotomi as a relationship. Okay, I mean, anything is a relationship, you know? It doesn't only have to be a romantic relationship. There's friend relationships, parental relationships. There's a relationship between me and you guys. So anything can be a relationship if you really think about it. If you really think about it, you know, if she is, I mean, Noriko's not as big brain as we are, right, guys? Yeah. Comment down below just how big brain you guys are. Yeah, I'm sure all of you are so big bazonga brains, yeah.
It would seem that she
I'm
was
sorry,
the only one with
don't comment
animosity
anything.
toward me.
But it would seem that she was the only one. Okay.
As such, the other executives said I'm welcome to work here as long as I like.
Nice.
In fact, they were even generous enough to give me a small salary raise.
That's why you're happy. Okay.
Wow! That's great, Shinya. I'm really happy for you.
I'm gonna say the voice actor for Noriko, is doing a really good job.
Thank you.
And I mean, all the voice actors have been good.
There for a little while.
I know this is probably normal for like how people can cope with a lot of things, but the way how he's downplaying it so much and like softening over it, like putting whipped cream over it, kind of makes me feel like there's something else having there. Before my brain can even register what I'm saying, the words tumble out of my mouth.
Do you want to talk about it?
Oh.
Noriko, I know that I haven't been as open with you as I should have been.
I mean, we're only high
Talking
school
about
friends.
it
We only
will
know each other
help
half
me
our
put the whole
lives, you
thing
know.
behind me.
Maybe. I bite my tongue as I try to think of a way back out of the situation.
Oh, you know, if you're uncomfortable talking to me, maybe Tomoe can help?
My objection is met with a smile. Looks like I'm in too deep now.
Tomoe means well. She really does. But whenever I bring up the subject, she becomes visibly angry. Many a death threat against Miss Ida has been made aloud. I wouldn't be all too surprised if Tomoe was the one who killed her. There certainly is a motive there, after all.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Let's not talk about that ever again.
So you don't know who killed Kotomi?
Wasn't it? Didn't she kill herself?
I don't even think the police know that much. Father showed me the photos of the crime scene.
The big reveal! The
Chances are that
detective.
whoever did kill her was also killed in return. Though, as abusive as she was toward me, I never took her as the type to instigate a mass murder.
Oh, so it was her who killed all. Okay, I mean, okay, yeah. Oh, she was the one who in the train station. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah.
She was an angry person, yes. But that seemed to stem from a lack of fulfillment. That's what I assume, anyway.
I guess you wanted that fulfillment from you.
I think that's the reason she made her advances on me.
Shinya, I really am sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through such a traumatic experience.
I thought I was going to lose everything. My job, my relationship. Miss Ida threatened to steal it all away from me. Just so she could experience some form of power, some small manner of pleasure.
Okay, so he was sugarcoating it. Okay. Also, the artist for this has done a very good job making Shinya look actually very, very sad.
Why do people do those things, Noriko?
That's a question and a whole can of eggs for another time.
What joy is there even to be found in...
I take my time to consider my reply. I'm probably not the best person for him to be having this discussion with. I mean, technically you are considering, but all things considered, it does seem to be helping him to come to terms with things. Yeah.
Shinya, what you went through with Kotomi, what she did to you, that's not what it's about. She never had the right to put you through that. I hope that one day, when you're comfortable and feeling healthy,
You will burn all the corpses that I have.
I hope that you can make some good memories with Tomoe.
Oh. You mean like a passionate night with Joe? I'm sorry.
Yes. I hope so. Thank you, Noriko.
Don't mention it.
I don't know if my words were the right ones. What right do I have to talk about what he went through? I can only hope that I managed to bring him some sort of comfort.
Well, I better grab my wallet and get going. Don't want to keep Tomoe waiting.
Uh-huh.
Say, would you like to join us, Noriko?
Do I get to a passionate night with Joe?
Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I don't want to intrude on your romantic evening.
It's no trouble, really.
I'm gonna assume that the father's gonna be there.
Maybe next time. I have some things I need to do tonight.
Okay, no problem. Well, see you later.
Shinya takes off towards his desk. I breathe a sigh of relief as I hoist my handbag up from the ground, feeling the reassuring weight of my newly acquired burner phones. I enter the elevator and give a polite wave to Shinya as the doors close. Oh boy. Oh no.
Give me a call back when you leave the restaurant.
Oh. What is the secret meeting happening here? Oh, okay.
You want me to drive tonight?
It has to be tonight. We talked about this.
Wee woo, there's an ambulance behind me. Wee woo, wee woo, woo 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 wee woo.
But
Please. Kojiro's on standby as well.
fine. Not like I've been dying to bring Shinya back to my place or nothing.
I mean, I want to spend this passionate night with you, Trevor.
Don't push Shinya. Let him tell you when he's ready.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that's what she meant, Noriko, but hey, that's fair.
Look, I'll probably be out of the restaurant in an hour. That cool?
Yes, thanks.
Bye!
Bye. Tomoe hangs up. I look down at the street, my gaze aimed directly at the restaurant Tomoe is currently seated at with Shinya. I'll need to kill an hour around here, but what is there to do? I'm not exactly keen on the idea of window shopping. I don't even want to be here. But standing in one spot as dozens of people walk by is really nerve-wracking. I could go visit Aoi at the maid cafe, but then I'd have to pay at the table charge to enter. And it'd probably be pretty weird to be served by girls in maid costumes. Not really my thing. Hey, no. Maid costume girls are cool. And you liked Aoi, but so, okay, well, that's sad. As I glance around, I notice a 24-hour manga cafe at the end of the street. That could actually be perfect. I could rent a quiet space for a few hundred yen and just read a book until it's time to go. No one there to bother me. It's been a while since I've read a manga. I want to get back into it. I want to get back into reading and stuff. That would be very cool to do. In fact, the only other person I need to speak to is the attendant at the counter. With my mind made up, I hurry along to the manga cafe. I suspect something's gonna happen, isn't it? Something's gonna happen. I suspect it. Oh.
Pretty late.
Yeah.
Come on, you're a night owl. What are you complaining about?
They've been given lab coats. Oh, that's cool.
Just making chit-chat.
Well, instead of talking, how about you hold that flashlight still? I can't see what I'm doing with you waving it around.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm nearly done anyway. Fucking Yuriko. This wouldn't be so difficult if she didn't have different haircuts in every single photo on her profile.
You could technically stalk out the victim for a couple of days, figure out what they're doing, and then do that. That would probably be, kind of better, maybe? Who knows?
I'm just going to have to estimate the length of her hair for now.
Why am I giving advice for this? I don't know. The corpse on the table in front of me looks like an uncanny clone of my sister. I snip away a little more hair from her fringe and then put the scissors aside.
You must be close.
The opposite.
Makeup's done!
I thought she was wearing like a pimp outfit, but okay, never mind. I saw a screenshot of her like wearing this, and I thought that she was wearing like a fancy, like, I don't know, 2 million yen fancy outfit, and I was gonna complain in this video why she would do that and bring attention, but never mind. I'm just stupid. I guess it was a lab coat this whole time. Woohoo! I'm stupid. Oh no.
Thanks. Looks good.
Wait, then what are you doing if... Oh, haircut, right. Tomoe beams as she puts the cap back on, the lipstick in her hand.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Can you zip up the bag? I really need to wash my hands.
You got it, boss.
I step away from the corpse and plunge my hand into the ice-cold bucket of water on the factory floor. I have to admit that we've become pretty good at this whole thing. In just a week or so, we managed to refine our art and synchronize our duties.
Okay, load her in the van. I'm going to send the corpse photo now.
You sure about this? You think she's gonna be awake this time of night?
I'm positive. This is the best time to do it.
Okay. According to her noise feed, Yuriko Kurosawa is currently attending a massive party. I'm sure the venue will be packed to the brim with her scumbag friends. She's been posting about it for a few days. It wasn't hard for me to find out all the information I needed, since whoever organized the party posted it as a public event. Very smart thing to do. I mean, okay, I guess to get like more people, you gotta do it, yeah. Yuriko is about to receive a photo of her own corpse, and in less than an hour's time, she's gonna receive her carbon copy corpse in a body bag, in front of at least 100 people. Oh no, this is a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. The mass panic that will break out is sure to be hilarious. I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to miss my sister's final moments. Maybe she'll kill herself in front of her closest friends, or maybe the terror will slowly eat her away, and she'll go home first before deciding that she can't take it anymore. I'm happy with either result. She is finally going to get what she deserves. I hate her so much. She's a low-life degenerate, a delinquent, the utter scum of the earth. And she never calls me. Adachi remembers I even exist.
Ready to go?
I snap out of my thoughts and look at the phone that I've been subconsciously holding in my feeble grip. It's the burner I picked up from home earlier this morning. Yuriko's corpse photo is glowing on the screen, ready to be launched into the network. I hit send.
Okay.
Kojiro nods and hauls the unzipped body bag onto his shoulder. The weight of the cadaver inside causes him to stumble a little, but he regains his balance and shuffles towards the factory entrance. I mean, this dude can just lift like a quick 40 kilos. That's like, damn, dude. I examine the body bag as Kojiro carries it. It's the same white HRP that we picked up from the morgue, but I've made a rather nice adjustment to it. Big bold letters are scrawled along the sides of the purple and black permanent marker. It says, "With love from Corpse Girl." Bad idea to put emotion into business like this. But hey, I'm not Corpse Girl. Okay, do what you want to do. Underneath the massive letters in a smaller script is Corpse Girl's website address. Ah, that's advertising, I suppose. A scribble of a cute anime girl decorates the other side of the bag. It's the very same character that dances animatedly on Corpse Girl's website. Tomoe told me that was a bold move. Kojiro didn't seem to care. Oh yeah, it's all gonna burn. We're gonna watch the world burn down or drown in corpses. Yuko Kurosawa is about to publicly be executed. Tonight is the night that Corpse Girl becomes known to the world. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is the quietest house party I've ever witnessed. I only managed to catch a glimpse of it before Kojiro shields my eyes with his ice-cold hands. I want to object to him censoring my vision, but the smell of the blood causes me to slump against his shoulder, and I resort to whimpering quietly as he places me gently on the ground. The vision of the house party from hell is still vividly behind my closed eyelids. It's not like I've been to many house parties in my life. In fact, when I really think about it, I don't think I've ever been to a single one before this moment. I haven't either. Huh. But I've seen this on television. I've seen them in movies. They're always loud. Music is blasting, people are dancing, drinking, making out. The scene I've witnessed doesn't look like any of that. I'm pretty sure dead bodies don't line the floor at a regular house party. I'm pretty sure trails of blood aren't on the guest list. This party is weird. The walls are slashed, there are broken glass everywhere. Specks of blood are dotted across the furniture. What? Halloween party? Someone in the next room is sobbing quietly. Someone above, perhaps inside the ceiling, is groaning. Kojiro is sitting next to me now. I can imagine a bored expression hovering over his features. Oh, this is probably the aftermath of what happened, isn't it? He still has hands over my eyes. He taps the fingers on his other hand against the body bag beside him. His digits drum at a rhythmic beat upon Yuriko Kurosawa's clone, still zipped up and sealed inside her temporary coffin. Okay, never mind. I think Tomoe is still in the van. She said something about not wanting to get messed up. That is fair. That's a very fair thing to do. I never planned on entering the party, but Kojiro dragged the body inside and then returned shortly after and told me I should come take a look. So here I am. Here I am, blinded by Kojiro's misguided attempt to protect me from the carnage I willingly unleashed. I asked him if he killed all the people here. He said no. I suppose I believe him. I managed to squint through a gap in Kojiro's fingers momentarily. The blurred shapes of 4 or 5 bodies are on the floor in front of us. There's a stray arm lying limply on a chair that's currently unaccounted for. Kojiro presses down firmly against my face and my vision darkens once more. I hear his voice and imagine his calm demeanor in my mind.
Thoughts?
Don't know.
Maybe he's a Corpse Girl fanatic? I haven't managed to sort my head out just
Your
yet.
sister's over there. Well, a corpse that looks like her, at any rate.
Oh.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Kojiro releases his grip from my face. I stand. I tiptoe forward, stumbling thanks to my still blurry eyes. I can make out the shape of a sofa close to the wall, and I approach it carefully. Oh my gosh, what the heck? The empty gap between the sofa and the wall is a 3-foot wide space. I'm not sure why the owner of this house doesn't keep the sofa directly against the wall. The empty space... I don't know why either. Maybe it's just stuffed corpses there. Who knows? The empty space here does seem kind of useless. Maybe if the sofa is all the way against the wall, it becomes too far from the TV. That's a possibility. I would personally just get a bigger TV so that sofa can be just kept comfortably flushed on the wall. I can't say the word properly, but hey, that's just how it be. The gap here really annoys me. It's making me irritated. I want to push the sofa back on myself, but I don't know. I want to push the sofa back myself, but I know I don't have the strength. It's a massive thing, bigger than I am, and maybe even bigger than Corpse Girl. Even if I was strong enough to move it, there's still the issue of my sister lying here between the sofa and the wall. You think? I wonder how you noticed that. She's in the way. I'd have to move her first. The thought of touching her is absolutely disgusting. Even when she was alive, I never wanted to touch her. She's a foul excuse for a human being.
Hey, Yuriko. Long time no see.
Maybe it was like a Corpse Girl fanatic who's hacked the site and saw the request. Maybe. She doesn't respond. Or maybe it's because Noriko sent the image to her. She doesn't respond.
You don't look so hot.
Well, yeah, corpses are cold. Uh-huh.
Guess I'm prettier now, huh? Why do you never call me?
Maybe because she's dead?
Whatever. I wouldn't answer the phone anyway.
Something tells me otherwise. She doesn't say anything. The sound of something grunting behind me doesn't interrupt my concentration. I assume it's just Kojiro clearing his throat.
Have you seen Mother lately? I haven't heard from her in a while. I'm sure she's fine. Are you still on parole? I heard you were working at a clothing store. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm working for Temujin at the moment.
Yuriko nods.
It's okay. There are worse jobs, I'm sure. How did you get that cut across your throat? Does it hurt?
I reach forward and slip my fingers into Yuriko's gashed throat. Yeah, that's a very completely normal response. When I remove them, I frown at the red blood dripping down into the gaps between my knuckles.
That's disgusting. Remember when you bandaged me up after I busted my knee? You said Mother would be mad if she found out that you hurt me. So you tried your best to fix me up before she got home. She found out, though. I think she's going to find out about this, too. There's no way you can keep this from her, Yu.
Yuriko smiles gently. I wipe the blood onto my skirt.
Oh? Him? That's Kojiro. He's a friend.
And a business partner.
No, there's nothing between us.
I hear the grunt from behind once more.
I know. You're actually nicer than I remember. Why couldn't you ever be this nice when we were kids? If you'd been this nice to me, then maybe I wouldn't have spent my entire teenage life wishing you would drop dead. Oh, I guess my wishes came true after all.
Yuriko laughs alongside with me. It doesn't sound like the laugh I remember. It's more like a gurgle, like she has something caught in her throat. A trickle of blood pours from between her lips and she coughs.
Oh, do you need a tissue?
This is massively concerning. Did I say that? This is very massively concerning.
Here.
I insert my hand back and retrieve a tissue, and then hand it to Yuriko. She tilts her head and sprays the rest of the blood from her mouth.
Fuck you, Noriko.
She's alive?
Okay. I gotta go. Say hi to Father for me, okay?
Oh. I leave Yuriko behind. After making my way out of the cursed house, I find Kojiro waiting by the van. Tomoe shut herself inside and rolled up all the windows.
I think we're done here.
Okay. Leave this here?
He lazily indicates the body bag on the ground.
Yeah, I guess so. We didn't need it after all.
Guess not.
I suppose the cops. I mean, at this point, corpse and cops, all the words are just fumbling together. But I suppose the cops can't figure out figure out the people holding the body bag from fingerprints, can they? Kojiro slaps his broad hand across his trousers, dusting them off. He cocks his head to the side and stretches his limbs. I make an attempt to reach for the van's door, but Kojiro stops me.
Not curious about what happened?
Only a little. She's dead, though. Or dying. That's all that matters. Oh, actually, give me 1 second.
I quickly dart back inside the house. Okay. I weave across the room and duck behind the sofa once more. Yuriko is silent and unmoving. I do my best to push her body to the side with my skeletal arms. She wanders an inch or two, and I find out what I'm looking for. Her phone buried between her ass and the carpets. I turn on the screen and find there's no fingerprint or passcode lock. The photo of Yuriko's corpse, the very same photo that I sent to her earlier, is still on the screen.
I guess she did receive the photo then.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it took this time. She must have been pretty freaked if she killed all the people here. This is like the Kotomi Ida situation all over again.
My voyeuristic tendencies flare up, and I decide to look through the rest of her photos. I swipe across the screen just once more and nearly jump out of my skin. Yuriko received a photo right before she received the one I sent. It arrived 10 minutes before my photo. Oh. It's another image of a corpse. Another photo depicting her death, but it's completely different from the one that I crafted.
What the fuck?
Someone else sent Yuriko Kurosawa a photo of her own corpse. Only 10 minutes before I did. Yuriko received a corpse photo from someone else. What is going on? I examined the photo in detail. It's well made, just like my own work. If I didn't know any better, it would be easy to assume that I made this. But what stands out most is the writing on the bottom of the image. It simply says, "Stab Shuji at the party." Stab Shuji at the party. Who the heck is Shuji? Is he here? Is he one of the dead bodies that's scattered around this accursed house? I quickly discarded the thoughts of Shuji. A more important question has come to my attention. Is someone else crafting corpse photos and sending them to people? Does Corpse Girl have a copy? Does Corpse Girl have a copycat? An imitator. But why target Yuriko? Why target somebody whose death was requested through the Corpse Girl website? I can't process this right now. It's already past midnight and I'm utterly exhausted. I shove Yuriko's phone into my handbag and get the heck out of the house. Interesting. It was inevitable that something happened, I guess, but interesting. Very interesting. Today's not a suitable day to go to the office. Today's not a suitable day to wake up and shower. Today is not a suitable day to force these tiny pills down my throat. Today's the day to lay in bed and rest my face on the pillow, caked with yesterday's makeup. I don't know what the time is. I don't really care. My phone has buzzed several times, but I simply don't have the energy to reach over and look at it. I wanted to stay here and be warm and comfortable and not think about anything. I don't want to think about that house party last night, but I keep thinking about it. I don't want to think about finding Yuriko's body in that irritating, useless space between the sofa and the wall. I don't want to think about my sister's final words to me, those bitter syllabuses that she used all of her remaining strength to force between her blood-soaked lips. I don't want to think about the fact that I'd probably have said the same thing to her if I was in her position. I don't want to think about the possibility that someone else was responsible for Yuriko's death. It was supposed to be Corpse Girl. Me. I was supposed to be responsible for my sister's death. Somebody else caused her death. How dare they steal that from me? How dare they? A copycat, a nobody. The more that I think about it, the more I found myself thinking about it. Think. Why would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? How would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? Corpse Girl is mine. Corpse Girl belongs to me. I'm not infamous enough yet to have an imposter. Surely I'd be kidding myself with delusions of grandeur to think that I've earned an imitator. But the facts remain that somebody sent Yuriko a corpse photo. A corpse photo that was meticulously edited and just as convincing as anything I could make. And those instructions. Stab Shuji at the party. Stab Shuji. Did Yuriko do it? Did she pull a knife and slit Shuji's throat? What about the other people at the party lying cold on the floor? Did she kill them as well? Did Yuriko imitate Kotomi Ida's final moments and cut down a swathe of people, all in an effort to spare her own life? And then, who turned the knife on Yuriko? Someone acting in self-defense? Did she kill them too? There are too many questions that are not nearly enough answers to satisfy my hungry mind. In an effort to find a silver lining in the whole situation, honk. I think about how Kojiro left the body back at the party. Honk. Hopefully the police will discover the corpse and link Corpse Girl to the murder scene. Her name and website are written all over the HRP after all. Everything might work out, as long as Corpse Girl claims the credit for the deaths. But my popularity still has a chance of skyrocketing. My website will be inundated with new requests. Requests from people begging for me or Corpse Girl to kill on their behalf. Yes, last night's slaughter may have actually been the best thing that could have happened. I'll happily steal the credit to propel Corpse Girl's name into the stars. I roll over and bite my pillow until it's soaked through with saliva and blood, and I scream until my lungs give out. The house party from hell is all over the news. It's being live streamed, it's all over noise, it's all anyone is talking about. I didn't expect anything less. A dozen or so people dead, a corpse in a body bag, a cryptic message with love from Corpse Girl. The police are desperately trying to put all the pieces together. The detective, Shina's father, has his face plastered all over every news outlet. He says the whole event is linked to the previous string of murderers, the ones with corpses decorated to look like the victims.
Of course it's linked, you utter dipshit.
That's one way to, yeah.
It's all Corpse Girl's doing. It says so on the fucking body bag.
Except, this wasn't Corpse Girl's doing. But the more I lie to myself, the better I feel. I'm the only one who knows that the copycat was responsible for the deaths. I'm the only one who has seen the photo with the instructions to kill Shuji. I still got Yuriko's phone, that all-important piece of evidence that will surely serve me better than the police. According to various threads on the Noise channel, the police tried to redact the image of the body bag with Corpse Girl's website written on it. But once something is on the internet, it's pretty much impossible to remove it. The fact that the police wanted to delete it only served to increase the speed at which the image spread. 1,000 posts around the web are all asking the same thing. Who is Corpse Girl? Apparently a lot of people are too scared to visit the website. They fear it might incriminate them, like the police are already to knock down the door of anyone who visits the site. Yeah, right. But the reluctance of that hesitance that hasn't conquered the hearts of the truly curious. Corpse Girl's website has received over 1,000 visitors today. The overwhelming majority of IP addresses accessing the site are based in Tokyo. Even though the murders are known all over Japan, the news outlets in Tokyo are really having a field day with it. I expect most of the web traffic to be local, but it's still nice to see some visitors from elsewhere. Osaka, Kyoto, Sapporo, Fukuoka. Hell, there are even those two hits from the USA. Corpse Girl is finally becoming well known. However, despite the influx of web traffic, not a single request has been made. I pout in annoyance as I stare at my laptop screen. The request inbox shows no unread messages. It's almost too difficult to believe. I wonder if the changes I made to the site's front page have deterred people from using it. I'm asking for a lot more information now. A victim's name and address are now necessary to submit a request. I mean, you know, higher barrier to entry means better people to corpsify, I guess? I don't know. I'm about to shut down my laptop in annoyance when a little detail grabs my attention. The last message in the request inbox. It's stamped with a time and date. Today, 5:45 p.m. About 15 minutes ago. Huh? This request can't have come through this evening. It's been marked as read, which means I've already opened it. Curious. I click on the message. The photo that downloads is of somebody I've never seen before, an unremarkable man, but someone that I would have instantly recognized if I had previously opened this request. I returned to the inbox and examined the times and dates of each message in closer detail. Every message is marked with red, so I had assumed, but all these requests were from previous days. But it would seem that I was wrong. The messages are all from today. There's an entire page full of requests that have been made just since this morning. 25 in total. Holy crap. Why are they all marked as red? I haven't seen any of those. I madly open all of them. The photos of victims quickly download in succession and I skim through them. Not a single familiar face. What's going on? As I'm making my way through each message, a brand new request pops at the top of the screen. I'm about to click on it when it suddenly turns gray. The tiny little closed envelope icon next to the message transforms into an open envelope right before my eyes. I am struck with a single terrifying thought. Somebody's reading these requests before me. Somebody somehow has gained access to Corpse Girl's request inbox, and they're reading every single new request before I do. Somebody else has access to these requests. I can't say words properly. I can't believe it. I'm so shocked that I don't know what to do. I stare blankly at the screen, my mouth hanging open in disbelief. Has somebody hacked into my site? In desperate bid to regain my composure and measure control, I hunch over the laptop and begin tapping at the keyboard. I access the site's security settings in order to check the most recent visitors. All of the traffic is only accessing the front page of the website, as it should be, but the other user has access to the site's admin panel directly. The security settings show that 2 people are currently logged into the admin panel. Myself and some stranger. I look up the IP address of the visitor and find that it's based in Tokyo. Perhaps someone who saw the news reports about Corpse Girl and decided to try hacking into my website. I cannot abide a blasphemous transgression like this. How dare they set foot upon my holy soil? Holy soil! I'm burning with rage as I click into the site's advanced security settings.
I'll change my password. I'll ban the hacker's IP address. I'll kill them! I'll kill them for defiling Corpse Girl's website!
Technically, it's like free use, like free killer for you, so, you know. Ooh. Okay, so this is where we're going to end it. Okay, never mind. So we're going to end it. That's going to have to wait for tomorrow because I think we've gone on for long enough for today. This is still not coming back. I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch because I am through the game, but I'm not getting that again, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So interestingly, I have missed one scene. I think it's on the choice you make with Aoi or not. I don't know. But interesting, very interesting. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I think the game's riding the high pretty well. I think this has been the past few episodes have been very, very interesting and fun. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, wow. So there's a copycat. I think I might have seen something in like a screenshot when I was looking for thumbnails, but I'm not really sure. But that being said, things are getting spicy. I really do wonder what's going to happen next, because Yuriko was sent a photo. That means someone has hacked the site, but they also like the Corpse Girl stuff. Interesting. And Tomoe is still best girl, of course. Best girl of all of them. Kojiro, best boy. And Noriko is still very insane, and she's also best girl. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything so far. I'm sorry, I've been a little bit all over the place today. It's been a whole day. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and watch out for corpses. They are evil. Very, very evil. Goodbye!